Welcome back to the PGL Asia Minor Championships 2017. Live coverage from the Beijing Arena in just a moment for the lower bracket final. It is China versus Australia, stroke New Zealand, stroke Mongolia, stroke Indonesia. It's kind of all mixed up and muddled up, which is great to see between these two teams. Immunity versus TyLoo is next. We've mixed things up on the desk right now and brought those reprobates in from the cold, as it were, the cold area of the commentary box. Good morning.
I wish
Good
it was
afternoon.
cold in there.
I appreciate the warmth. Now,
Is it warm? Is it warmer in here or is it warmer in there?
Definitely warmer in there.
Is it?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
But that's all Dust's fault, though.
Yeah.
He's just too hot to sit next to.
Or the hot boxing that Metis is doing in there.
Wow. I've broken minutes already. He's only been here 10 seconds. So what did you make of that crazy game? It wasn't as crazy as we thought it would be, was it?
No, it was disappointing, honestly.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, it's going to be fun at least to watch, but it wasn't really fun, was it?
When you consider how good they looked in the first, I think it was the first day that we saw them, compared to what we just witnessed there, massive drop-off.
I mean, for both teams, really, though, because they both won their groups.
Fair to say, yeah. TyLoo
and then
did
end
look
up in the
much
lower
better,
bracket.
But I think coming into this event, people thought TyLoo were cotton on to definitely get top 2, to definitely qualify. Now, after what we've seen from Immunity, I'm not so sure anymore. I still would probably slightly favor them to take this best of 3, but now I can definitely see Immunity causing an upset.
I mean, we're back to that whole, is it easier to play twice in a row or is it easier to sit out and watch your opponent kind of mental thing going on? We'll start with Immunity and we'll take a look at their lineup in just a moment. From Immunity's point of view, do you think it's okay that they've had that time off this morning, they've had an extra hour or 2 in bed, and they can sit back and watch how TyLoo have played and maybe learn something from it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can. I mean, at least you know what they're doing most immediately, right? You know what the most recent things are out there. I think the biggest concern for Immunity is they obviously got trashed by TyLoo in the group stages, right? They got wrecked on Inferno 16-4, and they were making so many mental errors in that game, missing simple smokes on CT spawn, hitting the B bomb site, for example. Those are unforgiving errors that you cannot make. Now, I will say that since then, when we saw them playing, the best of 3 against Flash, for instance, they looked a lot sharper. They were winning a lot of clutch situations. The decision-making was much, much better. The errors weren't really there anymore. They were getting good production out the full lineup for the most part. So they looked like a whole different team than when they were having those struggles against Mongols and TyLoo. So I think this will be a good competition for TyLoo now in the lower bracket final.
Yeah, and from TyLoo's point of view, nice and warm now. They've beaten their fellow ex-scoundrels that used to play for them, however they want to phrase it. They've done that. Is it a step too far for them, though, Immunity, or do you feel like they have it in them to win this game?
I definitely think they have it in them to win this game. We've seen, additionally, it hasn't just been one player that's carried them. I mean, if you look at Renegades, Nifty had some astounding performances. Immunity have all been there. We've had Burn UK coming in. You had Moe dropping some big plays as well. Wizard's been there on top of that. So if they perform even remotely how they did yesterday, yeah, they could definitely take TyLoo down a peg or 2. Obviously, it's very dependent, I think, on the map veto. But from my perspective, I think Immunity definitely could win this and make it an all-Australian affair in the finals.
Would be an incredible achievement, wouldn't it? I haven't seen that for quite some time, where 2 Australian teams have come through as the strongest teams from this Asia region. You can see TyLoo just warming up and getting ready on the screen. They've had a star player, Dust, obviously. He's shone here. He's shown us what he's got. He's only missed out on 1 MVP in the entire tournament so far. But the rest of the team have had their moments as well, fair to say?
Yeah, certainly fair to say. I mean, you've also had situations where I feel like he was the only one really pitching in, so you have to find that proper balance because that's where the team's really going to shine whenever you have, a team that's firing on all cylinders, because there's been a lot of storylines in this tournament where I feel like you've seen pretty tight frag distribution in a lot of these games. Actually, there hasn't necessarily been too many games where there was like a really clear star. Ben Ted obviously has done it a couple of times. Nifty did it a few times for Renegades, but it has certainly been a story of tight races when it comes to stats.
And in terms of Bentet's contribution to the team, it's been great. But I want to talk about Mo. I mean, I don't know if you saw Natu earlier. He was kind of tilted by Mo's style of play. But I kind of like it.
It's everyone's style of play.
I don't want to shout too now because I think he's out there somewhere watching me. And he's going to be such a hard time. I kind of like it. It's a bit risky. Actually, no, it's very risky. In fact, no, it's pretty insane. But that's why it's cool to watch.
It's cool to watch, but you can't afford to make those mistakes against a team that's disciplined. Like, at least in that game, both teams were doing it, right? So, I mean, you're just a lot of aim fights. Everyone was wanting to take the fight. No one was really hesitant to just hold an angle and wait for the proper moment. Immunity will, though. So they can definitely make TyLoo pay for overextending in situations like that.
All right, we're going to get the map vetoes any second now. You'd assume that Inferno will be one of the
Oh, it's a third map.
I was going to say one of the ones chucked out after such a disappointing display by Immunity. But no, let's make it the third map just to, why not? TyLoo remove Nuke, which has been pretty much their standard permaban all the way through the tournament. Cobble removed by Immunity. So we're going to end up on Mirage for TyLoo. No surprise there. Overpass for Immunity, no surprise there. But Inferno is the third? If that goes through, that's going to be a bit horrible, isn't it, after what they had on the first day? Or have they learned enough?
It could be that. It could be that they feel like they've been able to patch up those mistakes. Again, when you're making simple mistakes like not smoking CT spawn B, that's really easy to patch up and take care of. So maybe they just didn't want to see Train. Obviously, TyLoo is very good on it against Flash, and it's a map they're very good on within their region. And when you look at Immunity, they haven't been able to play that much with Wizard. In fact, I don't know that they've played it at all with Wizard actually coming into this tournament.
Well, they picked it once, didn't they?
Yeah.
Against Renegades. And
they got 16-5
Yeah, and then you kind of go, why did you pick that when you've never played it before with the lineup you have? That's a bit weird.
They got destroyed.
And then they got destroyed.
Understandable why they wouldn't want any part of that. But then you go to Inferno, another map they got destroyed on. They have played it since getting wrecked by TyLoo, and they did look a lot better. Bernard UK had a standout performance on B side in particular. Down Banana, he was very aggressive. But TyLoo, the last time they played, had a very disrespectful, no respect at all play, where they were just pushing down mid, pushing down Banana on their CT side, and were super aggro. I'll be curious to see if they do that again this time around, if it does go down to a third round.
We're ready to go to the casters, but very quickly, predictions in one word. Dust?
TyLoo.
TyLoo.
Okay. Comprehensive, like it. TyLoo are the favourites as we head into this match. And remember, the winner of this is guaranteed a spot in the offline finals. All to play for as we head over to our commentary team for game number 2 of the day.
Welcome into the scene of the crime here, where we just saw one person, by the look of Vince, just leaving this hot box. But now it's going to be taken over.
There was a funky smell here. But
yeah, indeed.
It's still nice, though.
Funky is a nice way to put it. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Now it's going to be taken over by two dulcet tone endeavorers, indeed. So if you're looking to get some vocal craigasms, don't worry. You came to the right place.
We're very
at the right
modest.
time.
We're very modest.
Very
people.
modest ourselves, indeed.
Yeah.
We don't show our vocal prowess at all. We don't flash it. Right. Let's have a look at these. Let's have a look at these maps. What do you think about these, Blair?
Mirage, Overpass, Inferno. So it just comes down to the fact that TyLoo have a deeper map pool than Immunity, from what I see. Because they banned, obviously TyLoo's going to ban Nuke, which is Immunity's best map. And Immunity had to decide, do we ban Cobblestone? Do we ban Inferno? Do we ban Train? Because TyLoo is very strong. They went for the Cobble ban, meaning Inferno's going to be the third map, which looks very rough, to be very honest.
Yeah.
So here we go. It's going to be Mirage, map number 1, TyLoo.
Nice.
They had a slightly closer game against Flash earlier in Mirage, although, to be honest, this is Dust 3 in Asia. Everyone plays this map, and Immunity, they definitely have a task ahead of them. The desk were seem to be very convinced that it's going to be TyLoo that's going to be coming out on top.
Yeah, indeed. And even if it would go to a third map, I would presume that TyLoo would be the favorite for Inferno. We've seen what they can do against Immunity in the previous days. Perhaps, Immunity have learned a thing or two on how TyLoo would like to play that map. So they are looking much better than they were anyway in the first day. So
absolutely, Immunity actually really stepping it up yesterday. We had Gratisfaction, we had Burn, Are You Okay? Mo, we had his moments. Urcas in-game leading, of course. He's actually been, I think, one of the main guys behind Immunity, because he's the in-game leader. He managed to shake off day 1 when they played, and come back real strong to the playoffs. So there's going to be a very important matchup. It's going to be an all-Australian finals, or is it going to be, it's going to be the same old game matchup again, TyLoo versus Renegades. We're going to find out real quickly here, ladies and gentlemen. We're still waiting for the game to get unpaused. Let's take a look at the buy real quickly. TyLoo starting on the T side.
Yeah, let's have a look here. TyLoo indeed go for something of a buy. Not yet, though. They haven't all invested in a purchase, indeed. But we do see a raid boss. Somebody's got to be the one that actually yields the Tech 9 armor. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be opting to play this trend. They also do have a smoke. So it could be possible they may play for contact and leave the smoke for post-plant positioning on the B site there. It could be a standard setup there. Or they could use the smoke somewhere on towards the A side, maybe CT perhaps, to block off any long angles, because as you do know, at this moment in time, it is kind of a dangerous position to peek in through distance. with USBs pointing at you.
Absolutely, but
There's
immunity.
another Tech 9 on the floor. Look at that.
We do have somebody. Yep, somebody is going to be running the raid boss, but it looks of it.
Oh, there's two of them. There's one on the floor.
Oh, and I think that's going to be Bentet, obviously.
Could be, yeah.
He hasn't bought a bomber yet. If you look at immunity, though, the CD pistol on Mirage we saw yesterday was pretty pristine. They shut down the push. I think it was from Flash yesterday in like 3 seconds. So
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. We still have, I think it's a technical pause here.
Yeah, so basically what's happening here, we did restart the round so that one player, actually DD,
Yeah.
would get his money. So we're going to be underway pretty soon. The gong is about to beat down. Ladies and gents, this is the Consolidation Finals. It's going to be some really good CSGO, so grab yourself a comfy seat and just nom on some popcorn.
T-Tour's
We're
right
getting
there.
right in.
T-Tour's right there. Fancy work from PGL. I'm really... This is going to be the first time for me casting with this new HUD as well. It looks really sexy, I must say.
Oh, yes, it does. I can't wait until I see it on the actual major. We are testing and trialing it, of course, for the big production. Now, this is not going to be such a big surprise, but we're going to have some bigger ones, so stick around for the Krakow one. It's going to be a Kraken one. Now, Team Immunity on the CT side, they're taking a bit of damage there on Gratisfaction, but nothing too bad. And look at this, Burn, are you okay? Already pushing in through abs.
Yeah, he's trying to get a lot of information. He's going to make contact. Rather have a couple of shots. He should fall back, but it's going to be somebody with a Tech 9 going to rip his head clean off. And you can see TyLoo, they've actually kept a guy on top of mid that's bent it. And he actually got the Glock in armor. And he's going to be playing the lurk role here as the bomb is making its way from slope. It's going to be an A-pincer coming in. And unfortunately for Immunity, they have no one in the A-bomb set. However, Moe in Palace now, he could kind of throw a spanner in the works here.
Raid boss working great so far. Somebody indeed on that Tech 9 armor doing a lot of great work. Bentet's got to be helping him out. But as you've heard from Blay, Captain Mo might just have himself a bit of a surprise. If somewhere else on the map is going to be somebody that finds a handy frag, and Captain Mo another. This is a great start for TyLoo as somebody plows down through Immunity. Like, it's just butter. Fantastic round for TyLoo, and they're off to a great start.
I love how Captain Mo outflanked Moe, who was being so sneaky over in Palace, and that was just flawless from TyLoo.
Yeah.
Somebody with a Tech 9 picking up a triple kill, the raid boss working perfectly, Captain Mo with the lurk as well, and just one frag going the way of Immunity.
That would have been a great, actually a great throw in the spanner. As you said, a spanner in the works there of TyLoo. If, I suppose, if the CT player into Palace there wouldn't have been spotted, that might just end up turning the round for Immunity, but that didn't happen. Somebody just kept wrecking house, and, well, that was the end of the round there. TyLoo, fantastic one out of them. Now, it does look like it's a bit of a force by force coming in from Team Immunity, and Burn, are you okay? Starts things off well. DD will be the first to fall. Now, there is a UMP and 3 AK still on the TyLoo side.
Yeah, but nice opening kill coming in for Burn. Are you okay? He gets the first kill with the Deagle, falls back immediately. It is, well, Gratisfaction, of course, going just for the Deagle buy. He hasn't bought up any armor, obviously looking for the early AWP purchase. Now, I'm not a big fan of the C4 being all alone on somebody.
Let's see how that one's going to be working out there. It's a bit of a danger play that they're hoping for here, but Captain Mo's connecting shots, and Erica now in a very good position. He's going to be looking forward to take the bomber down, and then just as you call it, indeed, the bomb will be stuck in a hard place there, but Hadeset and Bentet are coming in with frags there. It's going to be Moe with the refrag. 2v2 situation right now. The CZs are coming in hard from the Immunity. They're going to have to come up big with them.
They're going to have come up big here, but Moe, Wizard, they have the CZs. They do have armor as well to work with no kits, though, but that's not going to be a problem because they're right next to the site inside of Marketplace. And now, TyLoo slowing things down a little bit, taking a breather. 8Z has got the UMP. They have a couple of flashes to work with as well, and he's going to get the bomb down. Risky plan there, but Bentet, the man himself, he is very much alive right behind benches. As a retake should be coming in any second right now.
Bentet holding on to a spot. Nothing happening so far from Team Immunity, and they need to make something happen indeed. They do not have a defuse kit. Here comes the push. Zep with the first strike there. Wizards going to be taking one down and then trying the other, but Bentet's got the nice aim. And that's it. TyLoo make it out alive with just one player, though. Team Immunity made it look very, very dangerous there.
Yeah, that was a pretty expensive round. However, I mean, Immunity did go for the force buy, so obviously it's going to be full eco. And TyLoo should know this, so we do see... I thought we saw Mac down. There we go. DD on the Mac 10. He's just going to be going on a fact-finding mission, try to pick up some, you know, get that dirty SMG money going. Try to get some little bit of cash in the bank there. But very close. Wizard almost got that spray transfer right with his... It's kind of funny to say spray transfer, but you're dealing with the CZ, of course.
CZ, yeah.
But there you have it. TyLoo 2-0 up, surviving that scare, and I like a little bit of aggression. Somebody with a Tech 9 and just feeling it out here. There are 4 guys over in mid-grass faction. He's gonna kill somebody, and in the meantime, they're gonna find themselves an empty bomb site because somebody doing great work there. He just pushed in with the Tech 9, just the Tech 9 to give away, and he's given them a lot of information. DD's dropping to B as well with this Mag 10 could just shred the CDs to pieces. Urkas gets caught off guard, and Captain Mo just going on a hunting mission here.
And I'm not too sure if I like this coming in from TyLoo right now. They did spread out a little bit there. They did allow the CTs to pick up a potential rifle, but then again, it was somebody, of course, and he did have a Tech 9. So perhaps, you know, he was sent as the info man.
Absolutely, absolutely. They have like the Mag 10 and the Tech 9 rifle, kind of disposable guns.
Exactly. It wouldn't be too much of a economical damage, I suppose, if somebody did go down. So that did happen. Now, Moe's going to be the one that falls down, and Burn, Wizard, Gratis, they don't have a lot of chances in this round. The bombs take it away fast, so obviously he's not going to be defused by Team Immunity. TyLoo exiting through the way they are, they're also going to be denying any chance for Team Immunity to get any sort of frags at this moment in time, which is fantastic for him because they keep those 3 AKs alive. And with DD's armor as well, he can easily upgrade to an AK right now and perhaps even drop one on to his teammate Somebody.
Absolutely. That round worked out perfectly for TyLoo. Yeah, they lost the one Tech 9, but that's about it. Keeping all the guns alive. But Immunity, though, because Gratis Faction went for the just for the Deagle in the second round, he's going to have the AWP. And he has the armor as well. No helmet, though. But then he's going to be facing off against AKs. Captain Mo as well, wielding the big green gun. And he's going to be going for a fast pick towards B bomb site, where there is a man there waiting for him. It's going to be Urkas. Should be careful.
Captain Mo fires and he misses. That was a close one there. And Erica knows this. He's not going to be jumping in anytime soon without a smoke deployed, and there it goes. Somebody, though, with a good, interesting position here. He might just pot the player out the short, but then again, that player from short should have some cover from the window area. Now heading towards the B side there. It does look like window will be smoked off. No, it's going to be a short smoke.
And a window smoke.
There we go. So both of them are going to be smoked away. It's going to be TyLoo once again hungry for that mid control. They love taking that.
Yeah,
round after round.
And interestingly enough, the Immunity are playing a little bit more aggressively. They're not playing like how TyLoo and Flash played on their CD side, where they're playing way back to the side. Instead, they are trying to contest mid a little bit, at least keep a couple of guys over in connectors, you can see over there. But a pretty passive role from Immunity. They're not aggressing at all. They're not really. They're playing a very reactive style here, and this could be troublesome because TyLoo is spread far apart. Gratis Faction not able to spot the guy out, making his way towards short, and it's going to be a B pincer coming in. The 2 eyes on the side, however. It's going to be Born Arioka going to make first contact though, and he's going to get the first kill on the 8Z. And Benton, meanwhile, on the lurk, gets a kill onto Moe, and the bomb, it's falling back.
Yeah, this drags a lot of attention from the CTs. You can see that they're trying to rotate towards the east side. They have no idea what's going on there. Bentet's going to keep his lurk spot on A, still keeping one CT busy there. Another one's trying to make his way to window, but he's got to be, well, facing pretty soon one of the T's. And the bomb is actually going to go towards the A side there. It's going to be Wizard left to flush this one for his teammate. He does go aggressive, but he falls down. Gratis Faction, though, comes in with a nice frag there, puts it on a 1v2 situation. Doable at this moment as the bomb is on the A side. He wants to take on a 1v1 duel with each of the players there. He knows they're split up, so he could go aggressive here and try and spot Bentet, but Bentet plays it smart. Allows for DD to come back into the side there. A bit of a fake. Here comes the shot. Bentet always fires and connects. So this is going to be quite dangerous for Gratis Faction, who has an AK to work with here. But the bomb is sticking away there. And oh, Bentet. Sweet, sweet frag. Gratis Faction falls.
3K for Benton once again, and that was just a huge run. Although I think TyLoo kind of messed that up a little bit. I'm not sure why Benton wasn't a little bit closer by to help his teammate out. The trade did come in. Valiant effort from Gratis Faction there in the end, but it was not to be. 4-0 for TyLoo. They keep just one guy alive, but they at this point, I don't think they're going to be worried too much about the money as long as they're winning the rounds here. It's on the T side of Mirage after all. Yeah. And Immunity, though, they've just gone for the pistol upgrades. Urcast with a little bit of armor there, some Kevlar, P250s all around. A Deagle on Burn. Are you okay? And Gratis Faction aggressing in towards underpass, blind themselves completely and finds absolutely no one.
Ripperino and Pepperoni. In the meantime, there is a standard push towards the A side, and it's working just fine, as you can see. HZ finds an opener there. It's going to be Moe with the D. Bit of a danger moment here. He is stuck inside the connector area. Boom! Straight down from 3 of the T's. No chance for you, buddy. You could just have a P250, but not a lot of HP. Ooh, dinks one down, actually. Captain Mo falls to 6 HP. And here comes Gratis Faction, the last one. Still a P250 in his hands, but you wouldn't think too much in a 1v5 now.
Yeah, and Captain Mo, I mean, he's the guy with the mag, and even if he gets taken down, I don't think they're going to be too worried about it. Although, yeah, there's one thing which will irk me a little bit, and I saw this with TyLoo and Flash Gaming as well. Look at the amount of utility they have with them. They still have a ton of flashbangs and Molotovs and whatnot. And even though they know that, you know, Immunity will have to be on an eco, the fact that they like pushing in when the opponent's on an eco, and I've seen them lose so many rounds because of that. Like, you have utility. You know? Try using them a little bit. You're just losing, like, what? You bought it up. Use it. You're just going to expend, like, $500, $700 at max, and you ensure that you won't be caught off guard. You won't walk into, even if you walk into a stack, you'll have the nades to, you know, to kind of flush them out. So
Yeah, but it doesn't look good on your belt then if it's gone, you know?
yeah.
Might as well keep it there for the end of the round.
Okay, here we go, though.
Great
Moe.
start for TyLoo, though. I want to point this one out. On the T side, to have this much of an advantage. Excuse me there, I don't know where my cough of F went, but it went somewhere. And with the potential to wreck them in this round here, if they do indeed win this one, they're probably going to get very, very close to winning the first half very decisively here. It's going to be Team Immunity on the T side. Do you fear their chances?
There's a lot, Moe, with the AWP. Gratisfaction is also going with the dual op setup. The problem is, right, when you have two ops, investing so much in the two big green guns, you need to go for, you know, for some plays there. And look at H, he's just barreling in. With the Mac 10 of his, he's going to get the kill. Captain Mo burns Gratisfaction alive. And Burn, are you okay? He's shutting it down with DD. Oh, he's going to get the spray. Right now, it's a 1v2 all over again. And Moe, with the op, he's far, far away. The bomb is in the B bomb side, and Moe is still over in jungle. He's still thinking that DD's looking around, but DD's not wasted any time. He's just barreled in all the way over to B apps. The bomb is down. Moe is in a 1v2 with no kit as well. This is just looking horrific for Immunity.
Now, Moe did know the positioning of both of the T's for a moment there. He lost track of the one that left from Underbass, but now he knows that there's still one on towards the B side at least. Might not expect the second one in Palace, and he doesn't. So DD is going to come up with a surprise. Take his head clean off, and it's going to be 6-2-0. Now, this is what we were talking about here. With such a heavy investment and that potential to have lost this round, sure, they're going to keep a very good buy in the next one due to the max round loss bonus.
English is hard, man.
English is hard,
English
yes.
is hard.
But still, you wouldn't really fare them well on this side. Now, as I was asking you, would you see Team Immunity on the T side doing well? What do you think?
To be honest, I think it's going to be very rough. Like,
Right.
okay, TyLoo's CD sub is really good against Flash Gaming, but then again, Flash didn't show anything on the T side, so it's
Yeah.
hard to gauge from that. But if Immunity have done a little bit of homework and they figured out how TyLoo likes playing on the CD side, that is, TyLoo's going to give up a lot of mid control.
Yeah.
And that means they can try and use that factor to advantage. So I would be very surprised and disappointed if Immunity didn't try to take advantage of that fact.
Right. There you go. That's the bit of a possibility for Team Immunity to make something happen. In the meantime, though, quick work, eco round, no problem for TyLoo to go up 7 rounds up. And here comes Team Immunity. It's a bit do or die at this point in time. If they want to get something out of this first half, they need to make it happen right about now. They do have decent money for a purchase. Not going to be a problem at all. So you do see a dual op coming out once again. One in Grady and one in Moe's hands, though. This time, let's see if it's going to be playing out just fine. Both of the players do have armor, but it's not going to be too bad, and some utility. And for them with the fuses, so yeah, there you go. That round loss bonus coming in very, very handy.
Yeah, but for them, it's not just about winning this round. It's also about ensuring that they... Oh, nice aggression in mid, though. Just going to hold on to the thought for the time being. As Wizards going to find Captain Mode as one Danger Man taken out of the equation. But yeah, when you have dual ops, investing so much, you want at least one of them to go in and go for a play. You know, try to get a pick there. And more importantly, they want to win this round without losing more than one member. Max 2 members. They need to start building up a little bit of economy. Because if they just win this round by, you know, keeping 1 or 2 guys alive, the money's still going to look very horrific, and they can easily get reset. So, still,
they just seem to be surprised round after round by TyLoo. Like, this easy frag on Wizard shouldn't happen like that, I suppose. And but it kind of did. I don't know what to make out of it. I don't know how Team Immunity could do it. As you said, they might just try for a crazy play on their CT side just to kind of jump TyLoo off their tracks. But still, they're playing very, very standard kind of defensive here. And ooh, Burn, are you okay? Left alone in the connector area. Does not fall back through the smoke. Instead, holds on to his spot. But Grady and Moe find 2 frags. This is not too bad for him right now to push on towards the A side. Will be starting, but it is a 2v3 situation. Grady low on HP, though.
the 2 ops singing in unison. As they do get the 2 kills, but bomb is, however, going to get planted. But somebody, 10 HP. And if he can get at least 1 kill, it gives his teammate a chance to clutch this one out. HZ on the boost. He's completely unaware that there's no one coming in from connectors, just looking every direction possible. He might actually get the shot here because all 3 CDs coming in from CD spawn, and they're going to go for the shot, and it's going to be HZ with the spray, gets the first kill, looking for more. He'll have to reload, and somebody needs to help his teammate out, but HZ recovers in time, gets all 3 of them, and that is going to be TyLoo. My word, 8Z survives on 10 HP as well. 8-0 to TyLoo in immunity. They just... I feel for them.
Yeah, and that puts AZ actually on top of the scoreboard right there and then. Fantastic bit of a play moment coming in from him. He was not alone, but he did seem to have clutched it like he was at 1v3. Beautiful, beautiful plays indeed. And, well, here comes a pause. This one should be seeing attack one, actually. Let's have a look at this again. Absolutely beautiful
He
stuff.
just reloaded in the very nick of time. And even somebody was wrapping up from CD spawn, so even if HZ got taken down, somebody would have had a perfect lurk there. So
Yeah.
great clutch overall, 2v3, and HZ just making it look very easy there in the end. So.
Yeah.
Oh, immunity. This is looking rough indeed.
Yep, and here comes a timeout for him indeed, as we called it. They're deciding whether to buy in this round or should spend more into the upcoming one. They could make a purchase out of this one, and they do need, rather, they do know that they need to get around as soon as possible and keep that momentum going, because right now, the money on the T side is absolutely great. It's going to be very, very hard to dig down their economy to absolute nothing and force TyLoo on an eagle right now. It's going to take about 3-4 rounds consecutively.
Yeah, the
So,
money is looking pretty good.
Yeah. So Team Immunity need to really, really think up their strats and their approach to TyLoo's explosive kind of pushes, because they're being caught off guard round after round, and that's just, there you go. You can see it on the scoreline, 0-8. We would have suspected a 2-1 then for TyLoo, but we wouldn't have suspected a 2-0.
Overpass, I still think will favor immunity a little bit, but if it goes Inferno, it's going to be real painful indeed.
Oh,
But
yeah.
here we go, a little bit of aggression coming out from the CTs. It is, after all, just pistols and ammo being bought up. Somebody, why would you go in there alone? But he will somehow still win that duel. In the meantime, though, they do have Urkas has walked up here, deep inside the kitchen over in apps, and he's going to walk straight into DD. TyLoo slowing things down a little bit, waiting for that aggression, because they know immunity is going to be in a 4C buy. They know they're going to be looking for picks and whatnot, but
Yeah.
there you have it. TyLoo looking very solid indeed, unless they mess this round up, which looks unlikely. They should make it 9-0. And as I say that, Moe gets the one dig onto Captain Mo.
But that's all they find at this moment in time, and it is a 2v4 situation. Nope, it's 2v3 there. Wizard finds another one, but HT's got to be quick on the refrank. That is good standard play coming in from TyLoo. Moe now the last one staying alive. His position rather known. He's dinked down at 18 HP, so he needs to be very, very careful. Bomb gets planted. He needs to make a move for it. He knows that DD is around the corner, but DD comes out on top, and that's the end of the round. There are 9 rounds for TyLoo. Just one to reach double digits. It's absolutely insane. The way they're playing right now, Immunity just don't seem to have any answer at all.
Absolutely. They seem... Again, the dual op setup, and this time around, I'll be honest, look, I'm usually on analyst desk, basically, you know, crapping on teams, saying, you know, you're making too many mistakes and whatnot.
Let's not say that. You're just, you know, you're being a
I'm passionate,
good
all right?
judge.
I like Counter-Strike, but if Moe and Gratisfaction,
fair.
they need to make some plays with these two ops. They
Yeah.
need to somehow, you know, get those picks, go off, do something instead of playing passively. Finally, Gratisfaction takes a fight at mid. He's going to find Captain Morales off another shot through the smoke, and he will fall back. The man advantage, again, established early for Immunity, but we've seen it crumble, even though they have the man advantage.
And this is a round after many where Team Immunity start off with a man advantage indeed. Slow pickup on here. Nice little setup coming in from TyLoo though, but they are being mowed down here. Moe finding some nice shots. There you go. This might be the place where Team Immunity start putting something up on the board. Hopefully. Otherwise, it's going to be way too late. Even 6 rounds on the CT side.
9-0 is still a huge... It's a volcano to climb, like on your T
Yeah.
side, right? Like with lava flowing down the side and trying to like climb up. This is still, you know, it's still going to be hard. But at least Moe and Gratisfaction, the 2 ops, they get 2 kills, they do the work, and now they just need to hold on. Just try to keep all the rivals alive. At least, you know, 4 guys alive for the next round. They don't want to get reset immediately. And TyLoo, they are looking for this A hit. They have somebody way down there. And for Immunity, they've fallen back. They're playing it very passively. They know they have the 2-man advantage. They know they don't need to try anything crazy here, but it's going to be HZ. 360 shot there, the Wizard, if I'm not mistaken.
It's going to start to open up the round there. It's going to be Gratis. He gets taken down next, and somehow Team Immunity are crumbling down.
Oh my
with a
God.
2-man advantage. They don't seem to make it work. Now they're at a disadvantage. They do have some utility, however. Moe will use his molly. Well, Erica will try to, well, not try anything there. Somebody's just going to body him down. And there you go, Moe, the last one stayed alive. He's not going to be alive for too long there. Somebody's in a 1v1 duel, and hope comes the one dig.
Sit down, son.
I have no idea what just happened there. How did Team Immunity lose this one? 3v5. I mean, just look. I don't know.
They just got dumpstered. They just got dumpstered. 3 guys and Immunity, right? They played it so very passively, but where were the crossfires? You had 2 men to the good. Where were the crossfires? There was 2 guys in jungle. There was no one to see the spawn, spotting it out. And TyLoo, they were getting the kills and not getting traded at all.
They don't seem to be on the map right now at this moment in time. We've seen fantastic performance out of Team Immunity. It just doesn't seem to be happening today.
Yeah, TyLoo just coming really strong today. They're just looking really solid. And it's not just Bentet. Bentet's on 6 frags, by the way. 8Z is on 14. DD's on 11, 9 and somebody. I haven't seen Bentet at the bottom of the scoreboard ever this entire tournament. And despite that, they're 10-0. So if Bentet shows up, Immunity, they're going to get molested live on stream, because I just hope that doesn't happen. 10-0 and Immunity. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a complete and utter shit show right now for Team Immunity. They can't seem to string something for their life. You saw them having a 2-man advantage and not capitalizing on that. Bird does not go any further than that edge of that molly. He doesn't want to take any chances now. I'm not too sure what Team Immunity need to make, but they need to make something happen right now. They got 2 UMPs and 3 rifles. Fair enough, not a lot of utility. But they would have the surprise element if only they dared.
Yeah, if only they dared. They're playing very reactive, and look at aggression. Like Moe's pushing in here, but I would like to see a little bit of organized aggression coming out. See, no one's there to trade for Moe. Like if at least he had a couple of another teammate next to him, and someone properly flashed him in. You know, if you're going to aggression, go for some controlled aggression with some thought behind it, instead of just going in one by one. This is just painful.
It's TyLoo Regenhouse. They're firing on all cylinders. As you can see on the scoreboard there, on the right side, you do have Bentet really Regenhouse. Well, you're not going to be seeing it now, but yeah, at the start of the round, Bentet really Regenhouse, but he's not actually destroying the most. It's going to be HZ and his teammates that actually pull their weight right now. He doesn't even need to show up in this here duel, in this here matchup indeed. There we go. Very fast refrags coming in though. I like this out of Immunity. Finally, they have some good chance, because Burn, are you okay? Has been finding good frags, but now he's taken down. Erica though, he will be known on the site, but Bentet's the last one staying alive until when 12 HP falls down, gets hurt. Fires a shot. Nice little pre-fire, but finally Team Immunity set themselves up on the board. A bit too late perhaps, but they're not out of this one.
They finally get around on board. The gods have smiled down onto Immunity. They finally get around on board. However, the money is still not that great. If you look at the cash here, Moe, less than 1,000. Everyone's less than 1,000 above Gratisfaction at 2K, and Wizard on 1,900. If they lose this round, it is going to be very rough. They need to string at least a couple rounds. It already looks horrendous right now for Immunity. They need to at least win the last 4 rounds, please. Try something, because TyLoo are just having a blaster. HZ, man, like...
Few tilt moments coming out of Bleh. I can understand his pain here. Team Immunity, we know their potential. We know they can really show some fantastic plays. But right now, TyLoo just keeps surprising them round after round. And there's nothing that they're doing to adjust that. We keep saying that it would be better if they would show something for it. But Immunity just seem to be like a deer in the headlights at this point in time.
Absolutely, they have no idea how to counter this. This is not Flash Gaming. This is not a team. Like we spoke about Flash being very tactical and whatnot, but TyLoo have played so much Counter-Strike ever since they picked up Bentet, and you can make out in the way they're going. But they're very dynamic. They're aggressive. They're confident.
They're adaptive.
Very adaptive, and that's so surprising, right? Like I would have expected Flash to have that. Flash instead, they just crumble under pressure. Yeah, and TyLoo though, they're like a chimera right now, just destroying them.
And is it the coach's job right now, Bleh, to try and flex a little bit of Team Immunity's prowess to other angles, to try and change their strat? What's going on? Who's missing out here?
Everyone. Everyone. They're not hitting the shots. They're losing the duels. They're getting outplayed, outpositioned as well. And yeah, if I was Immunity, I'd probably the coach. I'd probably ask for a quick pause and like, guys, take a breather. Just take it slow. But then again, it looks so rough right now. Again,
3v5 and it turns into a 3v3, 2v3 rather. But the T's do have access to the A side there. It's going to be TyLoo planting that bomb. One more to go down there. Burn, are you okay on 32 HP? But HZ is not doing great on TyLoo's side either. Now holding on to his palace angle. That's a good spot to stay in right now, but he doesn't have a flash to take himself out of it. However, he can hide behind that smoke. Bentet from Shadow comes in, his teammate helping him out there, and it's a complete decimation once again. TyLoo make it out from a 3v5 to veto.
How do you lose a round like that? And Bentet's like, all right, you're gonna. If that's how you're gonna play, sure. He picks up a triple kill. Bentet's in double digits, and wow, my God! And this is such a rough position to play for Bentet.
Yeah.
And they knew where
They knew exactly
was.
where he is. Yeah, he could have got sprayed to heck. Well, his teammate was there to help him out as well, so I suppose that was a bit of a surprise for Team Immunity. But then again, talking about surprises, they don't seem to be able to come up with any. Right now, it's all the show from TyLoo coming in with a fast-paced action on towards mid, and it's going to be Bentet opening up the round. But then again, it is a round where Team Immunity haven't purchased much.
Bentet will finally fall. Well, we're still getting a few kills here. Captain Mo, though, with a Tech 9, he's gonna fall to the AK picked up, and
now he's got a off to work with here. If he should choose to pick it, he doesn't.
no, but
He dies.
12-1, the money.
One man,
One mission,
one desire, and he fails.
and he fails. But TyLoo, rip. TyLoo 12-1. I did not. I knew it was. I think all of us knew that TyLoo was gonna be really strong on this map, but 12 rounds on the T side, Immunity. And now TyLoo's like, okay, boys, we got the cash. Dual op setup on the T side. For why the hell not? Captain Mo and DD. We've seen Bentet op, we see somebody op. The only guy I haven't seen is 8Z, and it's gotta be Captain Mo opening things up, finds one. The two guys over mid, though, but the Molotov's gonna push out the guy in the right side. Flashbang comes out, and he's gonna get stuck! And Captain Mo, he's just mowing them down.
This is a complete and utter wipeout. TyLoo leave no men behind. Team Immunity completely being surprised right now by the fast-paced, quick shot. Fantastic aim action from TyLoo.
And 4K for Captain Mo.
Holy guacamole, Captain. Captain Mayo, Captain. This guy's, like, everybody's absolutely... Look at the scoreline there. 17 frags for HZ, a player which we normally don't see on the dominating
thing with
side of
8Z
things.
is he does all the rough work for the team. He goes for the entries, he has to do the utility play and whatnot, but that's why he doesn't really get that much of kills, fame or kills, but he is a very solid player. I've seen him play. He does all the work. He's a very smart player overall. Experienced player as well. So, TyLoo 31, you were asking me what should Immunity do right now? I think they should just...
Leave the server.
Okay, I'm not going to go there, but I think this is just probably shake this up. I don't see a comeback happening here. They should just let this one go and be like, all right, boys, it's okay. We still have overpass. That's our map pick. We can take it. But yeah, this is
It's
just
a force
painful.
bite coming in from Immunity. Look at this. Max 7 CZ's Deagles. Moe already being taken down, of course. Not going to help their cause too much. I like this stuff from America. Bit of a nice change of pace there, but he falls. Okay, he's still going to make something happen with the heat in his hands. However, Team Immunity are not at that point in time where they can trade out rounds. This is the last round of the first half. And even if they find the duel there on the round count, Team Immunity are a bit too far behind. Hoping that they can get a chance on the second one. Overpass, what do you think?
Let's wait and see. Can they like shake it off and just recover?
That's the big
like,
question.
You need some. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Sick stuff coming in from Burn, but it's not going to be enough. DD takes him down, and it is a 3v3 action. And Erica's actually on the B site where the bomb is taken. If he holds on to a close enough angle there, no, he doesn't. DD's going to be able to take him down right now with that smoke. Blocking off the CTs coming in from Kitchen, and it's going to be both of them. Wizard, Gratis, Eagle and CZ. Can they make something happen? Well, they start things off nicely, but they don't finish them off.
Sit down. Like, just a smack in the face to end the round and the half. 14-1. Burn doing a little bit of work here with the Deagles, but it was not to be. The rest of his team really need to step up. See Gratisfaction and Burn, the two star players of the team we've seen so far in this entire minor. They did have 11 frags, but the rest of the team, Wizard, Urcast, Moe, really not showing up anything. And look at TyLoo, 14 frags apiece in Benton, and somebody in Benton was bottom fragging. All of a sudden, boom, he's back. He's like, all right, time for me to get going. 8Z on 17, 15 and 14 respectively on, I think it was Captain Mo and DD there. But yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see Immunity coming back here. If they do,
now that would be a good miracle.
That would be a miracle. Yeah.
Biggest surprise of this here event, even after Flash's record performance of the first day. I mean, even bigger than that. I don't know. People see, because that's the thing. People in EU were not expecting Flash to come up that big. Like, you probably knew it was up, but we were like, yeah, Flash are going to get kicked out. Nope. Yeah. Here comes that second day. And here come Immunity, first round, second half.
No
They're
smokes.
best at it.
Oh, this is a slaughter. This is just a slaughter. Oh, God. I feel a little dirty watching this. Like, I should. It's like, you know, one of those internet videos you shouldn't be watching. You know, you feel like you're on a watch list after that. Like, it feels like that. This is just painful.
Ouch. I see you're keeping the analyst banter into the caster side of things. Might tilt off a few people. They usually expect casters to, you know, hold on to their opinion. But look, it is what it is.
I can't help it. I can't help it. It's an analyst and me coming out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
15-1.
Brutal.
Right.
There we go. It's going to be DD with the first frag here. Of course, the purchase had a team Immunity looking far from perfect. 15-1. And this is the last chance for Immunity to make a play where every single round from here on out would be the last chance. It looks like it's not going to be many. Complete and utter destruction. And this is the moment.
The 1v5, the Deagle, the dream. And he's going to rattle up a shot. Falls back. Gratisfaction. Can he pull this one off? The bomb is all the way in T-spawn. And look at TyLoo just pushing in. Gratisfaction lands one. Gets another one. Looking for more. But Captain Mo will ask him to shut up, sit down, and get out of the server. 8Z, 21 frags. TyLoo win it very, very convincingly.
Yeah, and this what I was about to say. Jeez, I'm losing my words here. What I was about to say is that this is the moment that I wish PGL had showers in their studios.
I think they do.
Because I'm feeling down and dirty, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what we just witnessed, but it was an utter and complete stump down coming in from TyLoo. And they seem to be quite on fire right now on the gear.
Absolutely. So even though we said Overpass is, you know, it is a map of Immunity, they should be, at least in paper, more comfortable in the map than TyLoo is. Just looking at the way these two teams are playing, ay.
And that is Blech trying to be at his nicest form. Not utilizing his full vocabulary to describe
I'm a little lost for words here, to be very honest. I wonder what the Pound's going to say about this. What do you have to say about this, Paul?
I think you know the three words I would use in this situation, but I'm not even going to say them because they don't deserve it right now. What a shocking display of Counter-Strike from Immunity. Not what we thought we would have. A 16-1 win for TyLoo, the biggest win so far, and it's come in a lower bracket final. God help our brilliant analysts break this one down.
Devastating.
Crap.
Brilliant.
Wrecked.
Let's move on then, and hopefully we can get the second map running very quickly. Seriously, though, they were so good yesterday. That's why I'm so disappointed in Immunity. Where the bloody hell did they go? Can someone tell them they need to connect to the server and that wasn't warm-up?
The even more disappointing thing is they had chances, and TyLoo clutched like 5 or 6 rounds. They should never be winning.
Yeah, if you want a clinic on clutches, that was definitely the video to download.
Yeah, here's just the casual 5 versus 3 loss from Immunity as HG just styles all over him inside the site with the AK. I mean, there was, like you said, so many chances they could have won rounds, so many times where they had 5-on-3 situations, they got opening picks with the AWPs, they set themselves up to succeed. How are these rounds being won by TyLoo? There's just no reason why this should be happening. I'm triggered. I'm not even sure. I mean, how many opening picks can you get and still not win rounds? I mean, look at this one right here. It's just like unreal what happens, and then TyLoo, obviously no problem winning the pistol second half. I mean, that's the end of it at that point, right? No more room left, and we know how good TyLoo can be on Mirage. Yeah, sure, but Immunity, you got to do better than this, man. Like, this is unacceptable.
They're not that good. They're not 16-1 good against a team that have beaten their other team in this competition.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most dominant map of the tournament so far. I mean, and on the flip side of that, this is probably one of the worst played maps so far by Immunity. So hopefully they can regather themselves before they get eliminated in the second map.
Yeah, because I mean, they're going to have to step up an awful lot after that.
Yeah, they finally win a round. I think it was 11-1, and then they lose another clutch. And instantly their economy's wrecked. Confidence is probably out the window. Yeah. What I will say, though, is they did show good tenacity earlier in the tournament. So although that was a shocking performance, it wasn't their map. I'm hoping they can dust themselves down and be like, okay, look, that's in the past. We just got to forget that altogether.
At like 12-13-1, do they not just go, okay, guys, do you know what? We're so tilted, right? Just forget about it.
Probably.
Just write it off. Let's just move on. Put it out of our mind. Like, so with 3 or 4 rounds left, they're still already thinking about map 2.
They only have a combined 5 rounds against TyLoo in 2 maps in this tournament. Like, TyLoo has had their number in every time they've met up thus far. Granted, it's only been 2 games, but still, like, that's not a sign that you like to see.
Yeah. I mean, having put up such a great match against Renegades yesterday, looked really good on game 2. Maybe not so good on game 3, but still, it put up a good series.
Well.
Played Flash really well. It was a 2-0 yesterday morning. It was really well played against them. So they know how to play against this style.
Yep.
Disappointing. Not disappointing, however, was the old boy HZ. Went through them like a hurricane. Is the appropriate name. The Mummy MVP is this man, HZ. 6.42 impact rating. Very good indeed. 19 for 6. 3 assists in the middle of that. 4 trade kills, 3 opening kills. Interestingly, though, for him, no clutches, which you probably couldn't say the same for the rest of the team. I thought I saw at least 1 clutch.
I think he did
got
have
the triple spray down at the end.
Yeah.
Unless clutch means like you have to be in a 1vx. He did have a teammate in that, but he basically did all the work.
Yeah.
So
the real MVP is whoever stuck
does,
around and watched
actually.
that whole game. That's the real MVPs out there.
So
I said the real MVPs are people who stuck around and watched the whole game.
that's a fair point. Pretty brutal, but it is the truth. Let's be honest.
The MVPs are Immunity's fans putting up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
That's another good one.
Right, before we head into the second game, of course, we have interviewed most of the players, or at least one player from each of the teams, before they headed into the Asia minor to find out exactly what their thoughts were on their team, themselves, and their chances here. And Immunity were no different as we caught up with Moe.
We fancy our chances to reach the finals.